Welcome to Koh Tao.
When we booked our ticket, we came to the pier the day before, and we booked car service with our ferry ticket. I think that was a smart idea, just because it made things very simple. So you can opt for taking a Grab or what have you, but we wanted to make sure that the ferry didn't leave without us, essentially, hopefully. So that's why we booked it that way. One of the things that we weren't prepared for is in order for you to get the proper seating, you need to make sure that you are at the front of the line. Typically, when you book a ferry ticket in other countries and things like that, you will end up getting assigned seating. This is not assigned seating. This is more so first come, first serve, and you need to make sure that you're at the front of the line when they call for your location, wherever the boat's going. So make sure you get to the front line so you can pick your perfect seating. The last thing I will say that we ran into was the boat ride was a little rocky on this day. If you are queasy and you don't like a lot of rocking, I would not sit in the front of the boat. The front of the boat is probably where you're gonna get a lot of ups and downs. So opt for the back of the boat and also opt for some air. This time we were lucky enough, we opted for air from the back of the boat, but the problem that we ran into was that the waves were so big, the water was starting to splash. So just make sure you're careful where you sit and enjoy the trip.
After we exited our ferry, we walked to the Siri Cottage Resort, the place we were staying for the couple of days that we were in Koh Tao. There was about a 30-minute walk, but there was plenty of options for local taxis, shuttles, and tuk-tuks. We checked in and dropped our bags off and headed out for dinner. We totally recommend Mama Tama's because we went there so many times and there was such a good local Thai cuisine that made it worth going back. There was many locals, so it was a very normal Thai pricing for everyone, including the tourists, and we spent 580 baht or $17.95. We walked back to the hotel and decided to go back to the beachfront, which was near the restaurant, and we had a great performance with this man playing with fire. He was very talented. And along with the room, we received a free breakfast. It was great food. It was very much welcomed by American and European food, but they also added their own twist of Thai, which was really great for us who was really looking for something new.
Is it open?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, it's cracked. Swadika.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Either we go get scooters or we go to the island. What do you guys want to do? We can go get scooters and walk. Scooters? Okay, we can do that because we can do that other one. So there, when we talked to the gentleman who's going to take us over, he said 1,000 baht. We don't know if that's the current going rate for all four of us, but it seems like a pretty decent deal. So we'll see. Yeah, it did go down a little bit, didn't it? So I think, yeah, one of the things that we have for our activities for today is what? We're going to go probably get a scooter for us so that we can ride around the island and go exploring. Rented 2 scooters here for 250 baht per day. Excellent service, so definitely would recommend using these guys. Just negotiate with them. We negotiated, it was great. Okay, we're at On the Rock Beach. That's what's available at the bar, it looks like. Mask, snorkel, life jacket. Oh, we gotta bring our stuff. All right, guys, let's go. decided to go down there just to take a look and see the scenery. One thing I will say is that be careful walking down the path because it is a little rocky. So if you have young kids or if you're elderly, be very careful because there are some slippery and slopey spots. So definitely want to make sure that you take that to note. But once you get down there, the first look out to the left, you will see the entire cove. It looks really beautiful. Some of the most pristine water I've ever seen. The water is a little bit rocky, or not rocky, but I will say the waves are really big. And there are certain rocks that do protrude out, but the waves are really aggressive. So if you're not a really good swimmer, or if your kids are not really good swimmers, I would strongly discourage you from entering that water. My kids have been swimming around since they were 2. They're really good swimmers, so they decided to venture out and swim on the rocks and things like that. So we did that for a little bit, and then we decided to come back in because of the waves were really getting really rough. So we decided to come back in. But we took about an hour of just enjoying the time down there. There are a couple hazards, I would say. People breaking bottles and just left them. That's one of the things that I wish that people or tourists would do is pick up after themselves. Don't leave any bottles or anything that could harm anyone. Just make sure that you're picking up after yourself. But after that, we decided to walk back up, and we had the rest of our day to ourselves, just exploring the highland. After leaving on the Rock Beach, we decided to go up to the Freedom Beach. Freedom Beach is probably one of Koh Tao's most popular beaches because it's probably the most pristine, views on views. There's a bar down at the bottom. There's so many different levels to this beach as far as there's different walking paths and things like that. The kids really enjoy the 3 different viewpoints. So I definitely recommend you walking around, taking your Instagram pictures from all the different viewpoints.
This is pretty cool. Like, it has a lot of shade, and I think this is probably a lot calmer for families. So there's a lot of little walking paths. What's a lot of little? There's a walking path, I should say, that's back here that you pay for once you get into Freedom Beach. It's only 50 baht, which is actually pretty reasonable, and it's 50 baht per adult. Kids are free. So this is a little cool little walking path the kids and I took, and we walked over to the second spot, which you have access to, and I'll post a picture of that. But look at this little view. This is us walking back to the main Freedom Beach spot where we swam earlier. There we go. Kids are ahead. Having fun up there. Water's so peaceful. This is how Koh Tao is. It looks like it's how it is most of the time. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend any kids probably younger than, what would you say, Sarah?
7.
7? Yeah, walking without an adult. I mean, our kids are a little bit older, so. Oh wow, check this out. That's a view.
So this viewpoint is probably the most famous viewpoint for all of Koh Tao. It's pretty steep to get to, but once you get up there, you won't be disappointed. Strongly encourage you to take the hike.
Here we go. What's that? That's it?
No,
It's more? Okay, perfect. Oh wow.
here in Brooklyn.
Look at that. This is beautiful. All right, let's continue. All right, be careful getting down here, guys. It can be very, very sketchy, especially if you're in sandals. Especially if you're, so make sure your kids are in good, at least walking shoes or water shoes, so that they don't slip and fall. Our youngest adventurous one just took off on us. That's why they always say about the second kid, they're the most dangerous. Well, I'm saying the most dangerous, most adventurous. He just took off and left all of us. This is definitely, I would not recommend if you have young kids. If they've never done something like this, please don't try it. It can be very sketchy. Did you have fun today, buddy?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of today?
The beach.
The beach? Which one? We went to 2 beaches.
The last one.
The Freedom Beach?
The very last one.
Yeah, Freedom Beach.
That's not the last one. The one I just went to.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Oh, Siri Hut Beach? Or Siri Beach? You like that one better than all the other ones?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Still a lot of water from all the rain. Yeah, we can. You want one of those? Is there better? Well, I don't know. We'll have to take a look at them. All right, we're back to our dinner resort. How about Tams?
Here we are planning for our next day in Koh Tao, where we will be visiting the highest point in all of the island.
All right, the road to the viewpoint is a little bit rocky, so we parked down at the bottom. I think this road takes us to the Mango viewpoint and the Grape View viewpoint. So I think it's about an hour hike. We're gonna try to ride, but as you can see, unfortunately, it's really bad, and I would not recommend if you are not an avid rider. And also, we didn't want to scratch up our bike and pay additional fees, so we said we'd rather use our feet. So that's what we're gonna do. So we'll catch you at the top. See you in a little bit. Beach. We were gonna go snorkeling, but it looks like that water is a little bit rough, so let's take a deeper dive into it. No pun intended. Wow, look at those waves. Definitely not snorkeling today. Looks like they got the restaurant right next door. All right, right next to Hanoi. Just gotta be a little careful going down. It is a little bit rocky. Check out this little menu. Mango shake, 100, banana, coconut, water. Got pad thai, and they got a happy hour. Oh! Yeah.
Well, today we finished off our day with Hinlong Beach, and tomorrow we're going to head off to an island where we can hopefully go snorkeling.
All right, we're gonna head over to Nawang Island Dive Cove. We'll put a map in description in right now, but it looks like it should be a lot of fun. Today's a beautiful day, so let's go have some fun. Look how clear that water is. I think we gotta pay here. Alright, finally arrived. This is beautiful. Nice little walk path. Oh, they got little shops over here. That's pretty cool. Got a little restaurant. Okay, so this is where everyone stays if you want to stay over here on the island, which is pretty cool. So you can rent out one of these villas and you can stay over here. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna catch you guys all over here in a little bit. Yeah, so we're walking on a little inlet. It's pretty cool. I have a little rope, so I guess during high tide you need this rope to cross over. It's pretty cool. Oh wow, this sand is super soft. That's awesome. Wow. Look at this. This is beautiful. Imagine having this island to yourself. All right, start another hike. Whew. It is. Wow, the foliage definitely blocks all that sun, which is awesome. Cool little hiking path. Koh Tao viewpoint. They're basically saying there's danger, don't climb in a rock. So just be careful. Thank you.